What makes McDonald's McCafe iced coffee so good? Is it the bold flavor? That splash of cream? Because you can get it just how you like it? Unsweetened or with your choice of caramel, French vanilla, or hazelnut flavored syrup? Or because all you have to do to get one is hit up the McDonald's drive-thru? Let's go with all of the above. When you're ready for a break, get a medium McCafe iced coffee for just $1.69. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Oh, that's a cheer we used to do in softball.
What? It's actually Geico's.
Whenever someone hit a triple, we would wave our bats and yell, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. But we never got to use it because we would only hit home runs. Annoying.
The phrase is from Geico because they help save people money.
Geico? Yeah, they were our team sponsor.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
More and more information is disclosed each day, and I might add, not really disclosed, because it was Freedom Watch that disclosed it initially with my client, Dr. Judy Mikovits, and her partner, Ken Heckenlively. But Anthony Fauci, along with Obama, along with Biden, gave $3.7 million to the Wuhan laboratory in communist China to experiment on what ultimately escaped, giving rise to a worldwide pandemic, destroying the United States, not just in terms of health, not just financially, but also emotionally. And it was your Freedom Watch that had to bring lawsuits in Dallas, Texas, and Jerusalem, Israel, to get compensation for the damage. Those suits are going on, although the Chinese are trying to avoid service of process, as well as a criminal case in The Hague, Holland, with the International Criminal Court. That allegedly is being processed, but don't hold your breath, with the Europeans being mostly in control. They're afraid of their shadow, generally. But we're pushing ahead. And I want you to tune in this Thursday to our Citizens Grand Jury, because we're indicting Fauci. We're indicting Communist China and its leadership for crimes against humanity. Fauci for collaborating in terms of negligent homicide. He's got blood on his hands all over the place in killing millions of people. That's where we are today. Does that sound far-fetched? Well, I'll tell you what also is not far-fetched, and that's the Hunter Biden scandal. And it's not a Hunter Biden scandal. It's a Joe Biden scandal, our alleged president, our president who was elected through fraud and other election irregularities. And I use the word elected in quotes because not really elected, was not proper. But more information has come out with regard to Hunter Biden, what's on his laptop, pictures of Dad Joe with people from the Ukraine, with Burisma, with regard to money that had been laundered into the accounts. And we know from the testimony of Tony Bobulinski, who was going to be Hunter Biden's partner, that Joe Biden was going to get a 10% cut, and a lot of it was going just into the family coffers in general. Perhaps the biggest and largest bribery scheme in American history. Yet nothing happens because Biden and Harris control their Justice Department, and their Justice Department, which is being used as a Gestapo, spends its time rounding up people that were peacefully protesting in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. This is what they're doing. They've arrested 450 so far. Hundreds have been, I think, convicted at this point in time. If not, they will be by judges who are happy to do the bidding, federal judges in particular, of the Biden-Harris Justice Department. And just last week, a number of judges, 3 of them are in my book. In fact, I think they're all in the book. From the D.C., the most politicized court in this country, Obama and Clinton appointees made statements that suggested that anybody who was in Washington, D.C. on January 6th or walked into the Capitol somehow were traitors, domestic terrorists. This is the implication of what they are saying, that we don't have a right to protest, that it's not our Capitol, and it's not our Capitol building even, and that we have no right to even be in there. But they're concerned about their own skin, these judges, because they know, as I write in my book, it takes a revolution, forget the scandal industry, as Jefferson predicted, that federal judges, unelected, unaccountable to the people, thinking that they're there for life. They're not really. They serve for good behavior, but that's been overlooked for 245 years, that they are the primary cause of the corruption in government. He predicted that would happen. He said they would turn into despots and tyrants, causing us to shed the blood of patriots and tyrants again every 20 years, adding what's a few thousand dead to refresh the tree of liberty. And as I've said many times, I don't advocate violence. Jefferson didn't advocate it either, but he was predicting what ultimately could happen. And we saw the first manifestation of that on January 6th. Although it wasn't violent, it was the people seeing just how corrupt the three branches of government are, the people seeing that the political parties, one of them is totally evil, the Democrats inhabited by the devil in effect, and the other one corrupt to the core, the Republican Party that even stabbed its own president in the back because they're concerned about their own self, not the well-being of the American people. And that takes us to the last subject of this podcast. The report on UFOs, unidentified flying objects, are going to come out this week by the government. Don't expect it to be totally truthful. In fact, it'll be mostly untruthful. The government has hidden the fact that we have had alien craft here now for decades. It's likely that they're much more civilized than anybody on this earth. And they've been observing us because, frankly, we're a bunch of lunatics. And they hover around military bases. They hover a lot on the West Coast. People have seen them, military pilots have seen them go into the sea off of the coast of Santa Monica, California. They may have an underwater base there or whatever. But what makes you think that's far-fetched? If we can go to Mars and we can put craft on Mars and we can even have a helicopter fly around in their limited atmosphere, why would other civilizations who are probably much more advanced than we are not send some craft here? But the government's been hiding this, and many people have theorized that in Roswell, back, I think it was in the late 1940s when an alien craft crashed, there have been whistleblowers that have come forward. Stephen Greer's movie, Unacknowledged, many of them are interviewed, and other places they've come forward, is that they have technology that is far surpassing ours in terms of energy. And this is another thing the government has probably kept from us, and we probably have craft ourselves that are anti-gravitational. The energy of the world can be completely revolutionized. We don't need these 2-bit electric cars or windmills, okay? But something is wrong here, and the people are being denied the truth on a number of fronts. And then, of course, there's the COVID-19 vaccines, which by and large, no one knows the extent to which they're dangerous. But we do know that if someone had COVID-19, as my client Judy Mikovits testified at our Citizens Grand Jury, which you can see at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific each Thursday. You can get it up on our website at freedomwatchusa.org. If they've already had it and they have these antibiotics in them, to reactivate it with a vaccine can be very dangerous and even deadly. But no one is talking about that because it's a profit machine and it's a political machine by the powers to be in this country. So here's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, federal patriots. Come to our Third Continental Congress in Philadelphia on July 5th and 6th. See what that's all about. Go to freedomwatchusa.org. Read my book, It Takes a Revolution. Forget the scandal industry. Rise up. The American people need to rise up. We don't have a government. We need to declare independence, and we need to move on. Let these people remain in Washington to commit crimes against each other. We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And that's my message for today. God bless you. God bless your family. Remember that the Father and the Son will only help those that help themselves. Otherwise, this nation is doomed. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.
Life can take you in many directions. No matter where you're going, we're with you for the ride and help you lead your life with convenient banking, great rates, and friendly service. Jovia Financial Credit Union. Bank on the bright side.
Picture your favorite McDonald's breakfast sandwich. Maybe it's a sizzling sausage McMuffin served on a freshly toasted English muffin, and the way its single slice of melty American cheese sticks oh so gently to the wrapper. Or is it a flaky sausage biscuit served on a warm buttermilk biscuit brushed with real butter that begs you to grab 2 napkins? Now picture your morning at McDonald's getting any 2 for just $2. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Life is a journey. It can take you in many directions. Unexpected things can happen. And when they do, it's nice to know that someone's there for you. No matter where you're going or what you need, at Jovia, we're here to help. with convenient banking, great rates, and friendly service. Now that's something to smile about. Jovia Financial Credit Union. Bank on the bright side.